Hi, I'm Tonya Caruso. Welcome to Comcast Newsmakers, addressing the issue of illegal aliens in Pennsylvania. Joining us in our studios this half hour, State Representative Daryl Metcalfe. Thank you so much for coming in and talking with us today.
Thanks for the opportunity to be with you and to share with the audience.
And so when we look at the situation right now, what is your assessment?
In Pennsylvania, we've recognized that we have about a $1.4 billion per year impact from the illegal aliens that have invaded our state as they've come into the country. Here's stealing jobs, tapping into public benefits, ultimately taking citizenship, and not rightfully so, through the misapplication of the 14th Amendment as it's been carried out, and committing crimes against Pennsylvania citizens. About 140,000 illegal aliens in Pennsylvania, costing us $1.4 billion a year in state tax dollars.
And how are those calculations? How do they come about?
There's national groups that look at the issue across the country and look at the impact. They've looked at the impact on our educational system, on our healthcare system. We have numbers that we've been able to recognize through the imprisonment of certain illegal aliens. The feds reimburse us to a small degree, but we spend millions of dollars every year on incarcerating illegal aliens in Pennsylvania prisons, and the feds do not reimburse us for all of that. So we've introduced legislation in the Pennsylvania House of Representatives, and I've also seen legislation introduced in the Pennsylvania Senate to actually go after the illegal alien issue in Pennsylvania, as some other states have done, such as Arizona and Oklahoma and Colorado and Georgia, to introduce legislation to crack down on the problems with illegal aliens taking jobs and taking public benefits away from our citizens.
Some people might say on the other side of the aisle that Pennsylvania needs to grow its population, and maybe we should be embracing folks and finding a way to make this work. Is that something you would ultimately like to get to, but feel we need to work through these other things first?
Well, I believe Pennsylvania does need to grow. Our population is stagnant. We're losing a congressional representative this year because our population is lagging the rest of the nation as far as population growth. But we need to grow the right way. We need to grow through immigration and not illegal aliens, foreign nationals coming into our country without our permission and existing within our economy by stealing jobs that Americans should hold, by taking public benefits that are rightfully only for American citizens and people who are here legally.
And so what would this bill specifically do? Is there a way to work with employers to make sure that illegal aliens are not being hired? There is.
There's actually one of my small businesses in Cranberry Township that sells bagels, has right on their wall that they've voluntarily enlisted in the E-Verify program. That's a federal program. It's free of charge so that employers can check Social Security numbers when they have somebody applying for a job. We have legislation that I've introduced that would mandate E-Verify for all businesses, including the state government, along with the private sector, to ensure that when someone's being hired, that their Social Security number has been checked and it's not a stolen Social Security number that's being fraudulently used for somebody to steal a job.
Right. So is this a crackdown then on employers and strengthening the rules with them and holding employers more accountable?
It is. It's legislation that would ultimately go after the problem in many different ways. One, going after the employers. We also have legislation that would go after the illegal aliens themselves for asking for employment, such as Arizona has done. We have legislation that requires our government entities to actually use a federal system called SAVE that's there to verify the eligibility of somebody when they're asking for public benefits. Just a common sense approach that we believe that patriotic business owners understand that they're losing in the end if they don't ensure that they're hiring legal residents and citizens to do the work, because when somebody's hiring someone illegally, they're undercutting those people who are trying to play by the rules and doing it the right way and abiding by the law.
Right. So what is the timeline on this legislation?
We're going to be holding hearings this summer with the Pennsylvania House State Government Committee, of which I'm the chair. We're talking with the Senate about possibly doing some joint hearings with the Senate State Government Committee, and then we're hoping to see this legislation start to move in the fall when we come back into session.
Okay. Well, State Representative Daryl Metcalfe, we thank you so much for coming in and talking with us today. We certainly do appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate being with you.
Thanks. Come back. We'll talk about some other things.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I'm Tonya Caruso. Thanks for watching Comcast Newsmakers. We'll send you back now to HLN.